Now we'll head down to Jim Nantz and Phil Simms for this Week 5 matchup.
The Bills are back deep, ready to return the kickoff. The best team in the AFC will be kicking off to get this game started. He'll have a chance to take off. Gets out past the 20 and brought down at the 24. And here's a quarterback coming onto the field who has plenty of experience under his belt.
Yep, there's no doubt. He is the man in charge, and he shows it just the way he handles himself. And that's why he plays so well. That's why he's in this game today.
Let's go.
1st and 10. Looking to the right side and throwing. And knows exactly where he needs to go to pick up the first, and he's got it.
Number 4. Wide receivers get scared sometimes running that slant route. They know their linebackers inside running towards them because they're watching the quarterback's eyes.
1st down here after the completion. The Bills will come out in the pistol.
Here we go.
Handoff made. Gain maybe 5. Here's the Bills offense. This is a difficult unit to slow down. They know how to put up points and pick up yardage. The Bills lined up. Everybody split out wide. Offense lines up here. Second down and 6. Throws to the right. And he is tackled at the 44. Here's a look at the Titans defense. Virtually no one has run on this defensive unit this season with any success. 3rd down play coming up, and last week that was not an issue as they converted time and time again. From the gun. No one was open.
I love situations like this. Put a little pressure on the coach. What are you going to do? 4th and short, near midfield. Big decision. Do you punt the football away, or do you go for it, trying to give your team an advantage? Let's find out.
And not a favorable bounce this time as it's headed to the end zone for a touchback. And now we've got a young quarterback about to head onto the field for the first time today.
You know, Jim, this guy's he's starting to inch his way up into that elite status, and he keeps playing solid football. So if he goes out here today and plays a good solid game again today, we're gonna start talking about him differently here in the future. That time it was an easy completion for the quarterback on the play-action pass, and it fools the defense because look how aggressive the offensive line is. They sold the play to the defense, and the quarterback took advantage. It takes really good corners to play a defense where you challenge the wide receivers and just play them man-to-man coverage. I don't think this defense has that kind of quality corners.
They're going back up top. Complete for the first.
Corner routes are not thrown enough in this league anymore. A lot of teams don't do it because it takes a strong arm quarterback to get it done. That was a terrific throw up the field that time.
He's looking to the right here on this throw. That's a pickup of 14. They're back at the line after that catch for a 1st down. The Bills defense now loading up, expecting pass with a dime defense. Breaks at the tackle and picks up maybe 3 or 4. Now, here's a look at the Titans offense. They don't scare anyone when it comes to their running attack. Now inside the red zone. They were very good at finishing off drives last week in this situation. Offense lines up here. 2nd and 6. And that gains a few. Now a look at the Bills defense. This is a group that knows how to get to the quarterback with the best of them. And there they are, residing in the top 10 in quarterback sacks. Double tight end formation. 3rd and 2. Takes another handoff. And he's going to be tackled, and that's going to bring us to 4th down.
And this fires the football team up. The defense, 3rd and short. They stop the run, keeps the offense short of the first down, and look at the excitement on the defensive side.
2 tight ends on the field here. Out to the left. Catch made. That'll stop the play right there.
Always a good job to pick up some yards when you're in the red zone. Nice throw by the quarterback, and he gets the completion.
No margin for error from just outside the goal line. It was right there, but he didn't bring it in.
It's really simple. Keep your eyes on the football. When they're not on it, that's when you drop it, and that's what happened that time.
Offense lines up here.
6 in the books. And what a touchdown there for the offense. The quarterback just fires that football in there. Look at the defenders around the receiver, but the receiver big enough, tough enough to go up in there and make that catch.
He's put the ball on the tee, and he's about to kick off. They're setting up the return. Able to move past the 20 and brought down at the 23. First down coming up. Offense lines up here. Here's the handoff. He stacked up at that point.
Nice run that time. When you run the football like this, over a period of time, it's going to wear that defense out. There's no doubt about it. Nice job by the offensive line.
The Bills continue to find themselves in games that come down to the wire. A week ago, they secured a victory, but they trail in this one right now, partner.
In the NFL, your whole season really evolves around how you play in the close games. If you don't perform well in the close games, you're not going to go to the playoffs.
The offense is set at the line for the first down after that completion. The shotgun formation, eyeing that left side, brings it in.
The quarterbacks and receivers in this NFL now are so good. It's so easy for them to throw and catch and just keep picking up those first downs.
That was a big gainer. Now it's time to back it up. Handoff, looking for some daylight up the middle. That leads us to second down. One more snap, and that'll end the quarter. Takes it from the gun. That catch gives them a first down. Tackle's made, and the first down is picked up. First down here after the completion. And the second quarter is underway with this snap. Play number 6 coming up on this drive. Second and 11. They're setting up screen. Makes the reception. Nothing there as this goes for a loss of 2.
Well, it doesn't get much worse than this, does it? You're losing the football game. Now you're looking at 3rd and long. And look, there are no miracles in the NFL. I'll tell you that. So be smart. If the play is not there, don't force it. Dump it off and wait for the next time you get it.
3rd down and 12. It's broken up, incomplete.
Jim, when you get in these situations, there's not much you can do. 3rd and long, not easy to pick up first downs in these type of situations.
The kick is through for 3.
Never take it for granted. When you're trying a field goal, a lot of things could go wrong, but good execution that time by the offense and a good kick, 3 points.
And the tackle's made. right around the 25-yard line. The Titans break huddle and start their drive this time from the 25. For this play, they'll go with 2 tight ends. Has his man. He's going to be tackled right around the 42-yard line.
Good job by the receiver that time. Getting that extra couple yards, gets a first down. They are marching. Let's see how the defense reacts.
The jumbo set on the field. Looking to go up top again on first down. And incomplete. What a hit that time.
That's interesting as you watch the receiver trying to make that catch. He knew the defender was close, so he didn't put all of his heart into it. The defender made a nice hit and knocks the football out to the ground.
He's got the catch. And the tackle is made right around the 39-yard line. And as we look now, we see what the game plan was for this team on offense. And it was to get this guy involved.
Yeah, you get him involved, it gives him confidence. And, Jim, we know he's one of the best in the NFL after he catches the football, making big plays out of it.
The Titans doing their part to spread breast cancer awareness this month in the NFL. Plenty of pink on their uniforms today and throughout the stadium. And he's taken down.
What a good scheme that time by the defense. They confuse the offense. They blitz. They don't know who to pick up. And how about the defender? They must love this. Coming in free and gets a good clean shot on the QB and gets a sack.
They've come out in the dime package. 3rd and long. Has his target. As good as it gets. Touchdown.
Now we're talking about some of the fastest humans on earth. And we take into account you can't touch them or breathe on them. That's how they're able to get open and make so many catches.
The Titans defense will now be ready to get on the field. Their offense moved the ball over 80 yards on that last drive. Really no answer for them on what was a very impressive drive. Takes it from the 4, and here we go. And he's brought to the ground. The Bills ready to take over the football. First down at the 16. Airtight coverage, incomplete.
Well, the quarterback that time tried to squeeze it into tight coverage, but no can do. The coverage is too good, and the football falls incomplete.
Offense lines up here. 2nd and 10. He's got a little bit of daylight here, and that's a gain of maybe 5. Now looking at 3rd down. On this passing down, the defense comes out in the nickel. Set up screen. Finds his mark. And he's going to be tackled, and that's going to bring us to 4th down.
Good job on the defense. They're well-taught, well-schooled by the defensive coordinator. They know in situations like this, if it's thrown short of the first down marker, they're good. They come up, make the tackle. Now we have 4th down.
That brings the play to an end.
Well, only a couple yards that time by the punt returner. Good defense by the punt coverage team. They get down their speed. They hustle. They're all around him, and they only give up a couple yards.
Pulls it in. Taken down at the 39. And now seeing these first half numbers, we knew coming into the game it was a possibility because this is one of the better passing attacks in the entire NFL, Phil.
Absolutely. It's one of the better ones in the NFL. And that's how they have built this football team, Jim. It's about the quarterback, the wide receivers doing it through the air. And if they want to win games, that's how they have to get it done. The Titans offensive line will be whooping it up tomorrow when they watch this play in the field room. What a good job by them. Excellent planning and awesome execution.
They bring him to the turf.
Hey, this defense, they are tough. When you run that football, they got some men up front, and that time they stopped that run just for a short gain.
Play fake. Gets it out for the completion. They're back at the line after that catch for a first down. Last play before the 2-minute warning. Still got it after the play action. On the money. He's in for the score.
Well, when the offense goes in there and scores again to increase their lead, it's got to give a lot of confidence to the defense. Now can they go out there and do their job?
The Titans were very effective on that scoring drive, especially via the pass. Over 50 passing yards on that scoring drive. Catches it at the 9 and starts his return. And the tackle's made right around the 25-yard line. The Bills now ready to take over as their offense heads onto the field. Offense lines up here. First down at the 25. Catch made. He is tackled at the 40-yard line. The offense is set at the line for the first down after that completion. Has his target. The tackle is made. First down here after the completion. They're going to the hurry. Back to the line now. From the gun. Looks to his left. Catch made. And he's tackled at the 32-yard line.
Jim, they got momentum on their side right now. They are making everything work. That was a nice play. They pick up another first down, and they got a good drive going here. Well, your teammates are really going to respect you after something like this. Anytime you're on that field as an athlete, and when you give all your effort to every single play like that time, how about that? Just giving every bit of effort he can to make the catch. Not able to get it, but what a job and effort.
The Bills from the 32. Easy catch there. No one near him. We knew we might be in for some big numbers in the passing game today, and we've seen that so far, Phil.
We have seen that. The quarterback has been magnificent, no doubt about it. And what you have to do on the defensive side, look, you know they're going to get the yards. You just hope to stop them down in the red zone and make them kick field goals.
In the end zone. Touchdown.
Touchdown, Buffalo.
Well, it's first and goal. I think a lot of defenses are thinking run here, and so the offense, they call a nice play, very deceptive. They throw the football, and they get the easy touchdown pass.
The point after try is in the books. The Titans are ready to take it to them. And the tackle's made right around the 25-yard line. The Titans bring their offense back onto the field for their next drive. Offense lines up here. First down and 10. Oh, and almost picked off that time.
I know we've all heard this phrase before. That's why they're playing defense, because they can't catch. Hey, the coaches don't care about that. When you get an opportunity, they want you to make the catch.
Offense lines up here. Dropping back 3. He's brought down at the 30-yard line. So they get the reception, but it's not enough to move the chains. Third down coming up. Just a quick drop back. Keeps it here. Keeps his legs moving. That incompletion is going to bring us to a very quick fourth down.
Well, quarterbacks know on third down they got to make a decision and get rid of that football, because the defense, they are coming after you. That time just not good enough, and he throws an incompletion.
He's going to try and return this punt. And he is brought down at the 39. The Bills ready now to start their next series. They'll take it here from the 39. First down at the 39. Got the completion. The Bills get a first down. The Bills signal for the timeout. And that's the first one they've used. One more snap, and we'll head to halftime. Now 1st and 10. Looking to go deep. That's an interception. That does it for the first half. Bills trail in this one. Bills ready to boot this one down the field. And the tackle's made right around the 26-yard line. They come to the line, and it's first down. There's a lot of extra weight out there for this jumbo set. The Titans now move the chains.
There's no doubt time of possession can be an overrated stat in games many times. But one thing you want to do, throw and catch it just like this to pick up those first downs and keep it going.
Back to the air here on first down. Got a hand on it. He'll force the incompletion. And Phil, as we get a chance to see in these highlights once again, it's hard not to like what we've seen from the quarterback today.
Well, it's been so good from the quarterback position. We all want to see it a second time, and it's all you can say. An extraordinary effort by him, all that talent coming through, and a good job of the coaches giving him a chance to show off that talent.
Almost intercepted that time.
Well, Jim, I threw a lot of passes like that in my career where it should have been intercepted and the guy dropped it. You just go, yes, I got a break. Now can you capitalize on that break?
An extra tight end on the field for this one. 3rd and 10. He'll throw it over the middle. Brings it into his body. You have to like what this team has done today passing the football. It's been their identity this season, and that continues here today.
Yeah, he's like, listen, this quarterback is a lot like a pitcher. Some days he'll beat you with the fastball. The next day it's the breaking ball, and that's what he can do too. He beats you with power or finesse. It doesn't matter.
Quick drop back. The Titans get a first down.
I like this play call this time. They go for it on 4th and short, and they call the right play, and they pick up the first down.
The defense comes out in the dime. The give gains about 3.
Good coaching on the defensive side. Everybody stays at home. They stay in their gap, and they hold that run to a short gain.
Offense lines up here. 2nd down and 6. Reaches it. Unstoppable. The 10. Nice tackle. Well, this tight end is bouncing back. That's a big deal in this league, Phil. And he didn't have a good game last outing, but today, a completely different story.
Well, he's such a good player, Jim, that it's hard for him to have 2 bad games in a row. And so far today, he has been sharp, and the quarterback is putting it right on target.
The defense gets a sack.
That's a bad job by the offense that time. There's no doubt about it. The blitz by the defense, they do not do a good job of finding out where everybody's blitzing from. They let a guy come free, and that free.
Tennessee is in the end zone for the touchdown.
That was a nice job that time by the offense, driving down for the touchdown to increase their lead. That really takes a lot of pressure off the defense.
The Bills are getting ready for the return. And can they return to a competitive state in this one as the game is starting to get out of hand? The score's 28-10. Runs up to grab it at the 4. Able to move past the 20 and brought down at the 23. First down here. The Bills will go with the pistol on this play. Will go ground. They knock him down behind the line of scrimmage.
Good job by the defense. They stopped the first down play that time by the offense, and now they have a good situation.
Offense lines up here. 2nd down and a long way to go. He makes the catch. They'll mark the football. at the 22.
Well, they complete the pass, Jim, but doesn't get the first down. Sooner or later, you got to throw one down the field.
They connect on that pass play, but it's still third down. From the shotgun. Looking across the middle. The pass is off the mark, and that's a 3-and-out.
Defensive coordinators love this situation, don't they? Third and long, they can do just about anything, and it's going to work, and they stop the offense that time.
Waves his arm, and he's going to make a fair catch. First down, offense readying for the snap. He'll stand back beyond the center in the gun. Launching it deep, almost intercepted.
Lots of ways to attack cover two. There's no doubt about it. You can throw it underneath. You can pump fake the safeties, make one of them move, and still throw it deep down the field.
Second down and 10. They'll go ground. In on the stop.
That was a power running play that time by the offense. It picked up some good yards. Nothing like it. Show the defense you're willing to get in there and slug it out and get some tough running yards.
Here's the handoff, and they'll run it. He's going to be brought down, and that's going to be a 3-and-out for this offense. They are close enough to a first to go for it here on fourth down. Plenty of defensive backs out on the field for this one. Quarters formation here for the defense. The Titans have it at the 44. The catch is made. Picks up about 5.
Got to have a lot of courage to call these type of plays, don't you, Jim? And at that time, even though this team is winning, the coach decides to go for it on fourth down. Good play call, and they make it work.
Wide receivers stacked up on this play. Staying with the passing game on first down. Secures it with 2 hands. Brought down at the 32. And as we see the stats flash up, as a head coach, you have to be happy when your quarterback bounces back the way he has today.
Absolutely. You know the head coach is happy about this. And look, when your quarterback is hot, let him keep throwing the football.
Wide receivers are bunched up. Coming to the line, hoping to avoid being sacked for a 3rd time. Throwing now to his left. Pass is intercepted. Good piece of tackling.
Good job that time by the defense. Not being fooled, being in position. When you're in position, you have a chance to make the play. That time they did. They got the interception.
Nickel formation here for the defense. The Bills take it from the 28. He's tackled right at the 36. Second down coming up. Loading up with extra defensive backs in the dime. From the shotgun. He's got the catch. That picks up 11.
The margin of error against man-to-man defense is much smaller for a quarterback than it would be against zone defenses. That time the quarterback right on target. Good throw.
Offense lines up here. And now on first down, they'll go back to the air. Reaches out and snatches it. He's brought to a halt. They're back at the line after that catch for a first down. Let's see what they do on first down following that huge play. The final quarter underway now with this snap. It's wide open. Gains 14. Looking ahead, the Titans will be on the road in Chicago next week, while the Bills will be playing at home next week. It's first down as they head to the line. A little jumpy there by that defensive front.
Encroachment, defense. Still first down.
They come to the line of scrimmage. First down. It's a dime look for the defense on this play. They'll run it. Here's the handoff for about 4.
Anytime your team is down, you're inside the other team's red zone, you look for one of your star players, your quarterback, wide receiver, or running back. They need to make a big play here.
After running it, it's second down. The Bills come out in a bunch set. Gives it to him again and gains about 1.
Good job that time by the offense. They pick up a first down inside the 20-yard line. Now we'll see if they can punch it in and get 7 points.
First and goal.
And incomplete. Second down after the incompletion. Plenty of defensive backs out on the field for this one. They'll run it here, and he gains maybe 3.
Jim, I love these situations. Third and goal, what are they going to call? They're going to run the football, they're going to go with a pass, and if it is a pass, I will look for something quick.
Breaking huddle at the 6. Nickel formation for the defense here. Third and goal from the 6. And that's a touchdown, and they inch closer.
Gets pretty tight down in here when you got third and goal. Not a lot of room for receivers to work in, but the quarterback and receiver, they're on the same page. Good throw and catch.
The Titans are ready to take it to them. Gets out past the 20 and brought down at the 24. They face first down.
Let's go.
Keeps it here. The Titans now move the chains. The offense is set at the line for the first down after that completion. Coming to the line, hoping to avoid being sacked for a third time. Play action, looking to the right side and throwing. And they tackle him there at the 34. Big and open. That's what this tight end's been today, Phil.
Yeah, we see it more and more. Tight ends getting the football from their quarterbacks. Why? Because they're going against linebackers. They're faster and usually bigger than the linebackers. That's matchups you love on the field.
Got the completion. Gains 19.
Well, when you get a couple first downs, it just gives you such great confidence. It makes everybody relax. And I always say this, when you're a relaxed athlete, that's when you play your best.
First down here after the completion. This play set up by the long gainer. Out of the shotgun. Makes the reception. Gains 11.
Hard to throw the football down the field once you get in the red zone. That time the quarterback, well, he knows that. And he looks down there, nobody open deep, throws it short, and they get a nice solid pickup on that play call.
Rings it in for the score in the end zone.
You know, if you're a defensive player and you're covering a receiver down here on first and goal, you don't have to cover that much area. That's a terrible job by the defense giving up that touchdown pass.
We're lining up here for the onside kick. On the onside kick attempt. The Bills offense heads on to the field. From the gun. Sticks to his hands. That picks up 7.
There has been good pass protection for the quarterback all day long. He has not been sacked much, and he throws it there and gets another completion.
The Bills line up in the pistol. 2nd and 4. Pulls it in.
That's a nice job by the offense there. Get the first down, keep those chains moving, give yourself 3 more opportunities.
They're back at the line after that catch for a first down. Let's see how they back up the big play here. Draw play here. Middle. Picks up about 2.
The Bills, like a lot of teams in the NFL, once they get in the red zone, they would love to run the football in there and score that way. Well, that time they run it, and they get very little out of it.
Tight end in motion. Out of the gun. He's in the end zone. Touchdown.
Touchdown, Buffalo.
There's a nice touchdown there, and you're chipping away at that lead. Try to get into the minds of the opponent. Will they get tight? Do you hear the word choke? Yeah, I think they could be choking over there on the other side. Look out.
The Titans holding on to a lead very late now here in the 4th. The score's 35-24. He's brought down. The Titans get ready to start their drive. Coming to the line, hoping to avoid being sacked for a 3rd time. First down at the 44. Right side. The flag is out as the play continues. He's in for the touchdown, but hold on a minute. There's a flag down. There's a flag away from the football.
Personal foul. Clipping. Offense.
Clipping, I know from your days as a player, that's something that just makes you cringe.
Well, it does. It really cringe just for the player because it puts them at such a disadvantage. They can't protect themselves, and you're always fortunate if you don't get hurt when one of these calls is made.
Defense calls a timeout. First down here after the run. To the ground. Tackles made. Timeouts called. We're going to step aside. We'll be back in just a moment. 2nd down coming up. They bring in the extra tight end. Right back to him one more time. And this will end up as a 2-yard loss. And the timeout is called, so we're going to take a quick break and return in just a moment. 3rd down on the way. The defense comes out in the nickel. 3-step drop. And he's forced to the ground.
Well, that time the quarterback is sacked on the 3rd down, and of course, that's bad. But the good thing is he did not try to force the football down the field and get the turnover.
The coach is going to go for it. They load it up now. Bring out the jumbo formation. Throws the pass. And he hauls it in. That'll stop the play right there.
The quarterback see cover 4 defensive backs playing back against the deep passes. They know they're going to look for underneath or crossing routes. That time, a good throw by the quarterback to the receiver going across the field.
A tackle behind the line. The Titans are going to burn the first of their 3 timeouts right here. 2nd down here. Offense lines up here. Dropping back 3. It's out of the pocket. Touchdown.
What a job by the offense. So little time left to drive down the field and score. That just ices the game. Nice job by the whole football team today, but especially on the offensive side.
They're lining up for the onside kick. They want to get the ball back. his job as the onside kick attempt is thwarted. First down on the way. Wide receivers stacked up on this play. He'll take the snap from the gun. With two hands, he has it. He'll be taken down about 3 yards short of the first. Going to go to the hurry-up with under a minute to play. It's second down and 3. It's third down coming up. They've come out in the dime package. They'll go shotgun here. He'll fire it out to the left. Makes the catch, but didn't get the feet down. Incomplete.
Usually in a situation like this, third and short, the advantage goes to the offense because they can run or throw it. Well, they throw it. It doesn't work. Give a lot of credit to the defense.
The Bills snap it at the 36. Throw to the left. On the money. He's stacked up at that point. The offense is set at the line for the first down after that completion. They'll go to the hurry-up here as the clock runs. The Titans call a timeout and are left now with only one. Coming up, second down. Quarters formation here for the defense. Throws to the right. Makes the reception. Gains 17. That's a timeout by the defense. The offense heads to the line for the 7th play of the drive. Plenty of defensive backs out on the field for this one. So first and goal to go. Still on his feet. Never too late. That's a touchdown.
Touchdown, Bills.
If you go to an NFL practice, they spend about 40% of their time practicing plays going in to score. That's why they made it look so easy here. Nice throw by the quarterback on first and goal.
How much sweeter